All right, last presentation of the semester. So this group is going to present about Agentic AI.
Hi, so this is a video game and 0 credit, so you need to insert coin to start. So I think we are taking either free tuition or an A or your YouTube
Hi.
must
So
win. That will work. Oops. Okay, so this is Agentic AI Players as a Service. So first off, James, are you familiar with Agentic AI?
I am not, no.
Okay, so agentic AI actually derives from the word agent. And so in real world terms, it's a type of artificial intelligence that is designed to act independently. So it's designed to complete tasks that doesn't need constant human guidance. And so it can perform actions and learn from its results and adapt on its own. This makes it useful for tasks like testing games, analyzing data, and improving workflow efficiently. And in all honesty, one might not choose a video game in an effort to endorse an outdoor pursuits. However, when we found out that we were going to have to put together a proposal for Tarleton Outdoor Recreation Center to boost registration numbers, we knew that we had to think outside the box and utilize the technology we chose to our advantage. So here we go. So here are our players we would like to introduce you to.
Hey y'all, so my name is Bethany Adcock, and I am in my second semester of graduate school here at Tarleton State studying communications. My background in this area first began when I became an intern for the Tarleton Marketing and Communications team as a multimedia production assistant. I learned and gained many helpful and beneficial skills that ultimately led to my choice in completing a master's degree in this field.
My name is Tanner Chambers, and I have a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Communications. My experience with communication includes being the social media manager for Cold Smoke Craft House here in Stephenville, and also running the marketing and social media for the Dean of Students Administrative Office here at Tarleton.
And my name is Jessie Dykes. I have a strong background in communications through my role as head ag teacher, where I manage a lot of announcements, I coordinate enrollments, and I oversee event deadlines. I also have experience in effectively conveying information and ensuring clarity across a lot of different platforms.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Colter Ellis. I am from Cody, Wyoming. I am a member here at the Tarleton State University Rodeo Program. I am a rodeo athlete. I'm a rodeo announcer, as well as a certified professional ski instructor. And I use my background in athletics, as well as coaching and business skills to help other rodeo athletes in my online courses that I promote through social media.
Hey y'all, my name is Angela McBride, and I work in the emergency department at JPS in Fort Worth. I received my undergraduate degree in history right here at Tarleton before beginning the communication studies graduate program. My eventual career goal is to work in the public relations department or communications department of a major metropolitan hospital, and I am hopeful to stay right at JPS.
Hi, my name is Veronica Rodriguez, and I earned my Associates of Arts from Ranger College and my Bachelor's of Science in Communications from Tarleton. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in communication as well and will be graduating this December. I have experience in managing a multitude of social media platforms, content development, and have recently started working as the Technical Communications Coordinator for University College at Tarleton.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Vaya, and I graduated with a BA in Mass Communications from Stephen F. Austin State University in 2017 and will complete my master's in communications in spring 2025 with over 7 years of real if I could talk, real-world marketing experience across 10 diverse fields, ranging from corporate to education and nonprofit. I've gained extensive expertise in selling various products and services to different audiences. For the past 7 years, I've also owned and operated Rev Agency, a small marketing firm where I help small businesses establish themselves through website creation, social media management, event planning, and digital content development. Okay, so as I said, I know it's a little weird that we have a video game for outdoor recreational center, but I promise this is all going to come together. So through this proposal, we are going to see an increase in registration numbers because Agentic AI will lead to a significant rise in student signups for outdoor adventures by offering personalized recommendations and reminders, making registration easier and more engaging. This will also result in stronger student relationships. So Agentic AI will foster long-lasting relationships with students by providing a personalized, interactive experience that encourages continued participation in outdoor programs and strengthens loyalty to the recreation center. Students that participate will become ambassadors for the program, encouraging their peers to attend trips by using social media and word of mouth to spark interest. Okay, so about the technology, your game are infinite, AI infinite. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I'm so sorry. Your game are AI infinite players. Okay, so Agentic AI is an innovative solution designed to support game developers in testing video games. By deploying AI agents, Agentic AI can run tests, identify bugs, and create detailed performance reports, which helps your team concentrate on the creative aspects of game development. With Agentic AI, you can scale testing from a handful of live players to thousands, ensuring reliable and engaging gameplay for any audience size. The agents provide valuable data-driven insights, making it easier for developers to deliver high-quality immersive experiences. Yeah, that's what Mama said. He wasn't feeling well. So we'll see. You didn't show up often, I know everything. Because for the sake of time, I'm going to continue, but so you could get a version of if I could continue on.
Thank you, Kirsten. So now I will be talking to you about the description of the problem in the literature review. So, in the world of game development, programmers and designers have many tasks, functions, and elements that require much attention. As author and editor Kelly Dove mentions, game developers experience fatigue, stress, and creative blocks due to the repetitiveness nature of programming, bug fixing, and technical challenges. The problem at hand is that developers feel a halt in showcasing creativity and imagination due to the time, patience, and brain power that it takes to create video game programs. Fortunately, as stated by Douglas Heaven, AI offers potential to relieve developers of mundane tasks, allowing more focus on creativity. In fact, AI has been utilized in the game development industry already. The creation of Angelina, produced by University of London researcher Mike Cook, has demonstrated success in game-making events. In response to his submission, individuals such as Alan Zucconi, a fellow game developer at Imperial College in London, stated, "I can safely say that the game created by Angelina has better gameplay and graphics than several other entries." Next, moving on to the last point on this slide, is the large language models versus agentic artificial intelligence. Though both systems perform similar functions, large language models and agentic artificial intelligence do have distinct features that contrast from each other. LLMs such as ChatGPT and Claude are programmed to provide an immediate response that chooses from a data collection pool of possible answers. Agentic artificial intelligence takes a step further by analyzing, understanding, and implementing specific tasks a user asks for and can more fully integrate with larger sets of data, as stated by Mike Elgin. Our program, Agentic AI, utilizes this technology, agentic artificial intelligence, by helping identify and repair any gaming bugs or damages. Next, we'll move on to the next slide, and we'll talk about agentic artificial intelligence in coding. So one platform that incorporates agentic artificial intelligence into their work is Workato Agentic. To minimize coding and the time consumption of it, this program takes AI agents known as genies and applies them to Genie apps. In this case, these genies are designed to retrieve relevant information and take on specific tasks. From there, the genies are placed into the pre-built agentic apps to test how the coding appears. Even coding programs are making use of agentic artificial intelligence to aid in the process of such an arduous service. In fact, Gemini Research Institute expects 82% of organizations to plan, utilize, and integrate AI agents in the next 1 to 3 years. Next, AI and gaming platforms. So since the late 1900s, artificial intelligence has been a primary resource and tool for game production and development. AI has grown into this powerful technology, so much so that it can appear to individuals as living creatures in gaming designs, as mentioned by Donna Coco. AI is constantly growing. From educational resources to automobile services, artificial intelligence is on the surge. As the time evolves, so does our technology. So therefore, video game companies such as Ninja Theory and Ubisoft implement artificial intelligence to provide altered voices and sounds, which is mentioned by Bernard Marr. Within 2 decades, artificial intelligence has expanded and made tremendous leaps in the technology field. Lastly, what is the future of agentic artificial intelligence in game development? So this technology is seen by many coders and game developers as becoming the new norm. As president of Every.org, which is a charity that helps nonprofit organizations raise money with their donors, Allison Fine states, it's about getting the AI to do what it does best, rote tasks, and freeing up people to do what people do best. To look towards the future in gameware production and development, utilizing AI systems such as agentic artificial intelligence continues to be a growing and beneficial trend. This therefore allows game developers the time and space to put their creative flows and unique ideas to use.
Now let's get into our communication theory. We chose to focus on social presence theory because it captures the essential role of connection in mediated communication. This theory highlights how creating environments where people feel truly present with one another, even through digital means, can make interactions more meaningful. According to Garrison and colleagues, this sense of presence is key to fostering engagement and relational connection. In gaming, where this agentic AI comes in, by creating NPCs or non-player characters that respond dynamically to what players do, agentic AI adds a whole new layer to immersion. It's no longer about playing a game, it's about experiencing a world that feels interactive and real. This approach enhances social presence by simulating engaging behaviors, making virtual environments feel connected and authentic. So players experience a richer, more interconnected environment where interactions feel less like a simulation and more like a genuine connection.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about the positive and the negative aspects of this technology. Okay, so like anything else, there's of course going to be your positive and your negative views. So on the positive side, AI has the potential to facilitate communication. So this is going to help people connect and engage more meaningfully, even if they're not in the same space. So this will really help out, especially in creating a sense of community when you're in a remote or an online setting. So for agentic AI, this has also enhanced your user engagement. So it's done this by offering your realistic simulations and your personalized experiences. So the users who use this usually feel better connected and more satisfied, which is going to lead to a more increased usage of these platforms. So AI also has a valuable application in education as well. So it's going to help you adapt learning experiences and fit the individual needs, potentially improving outcomes by offering a more tailored approach to education. Now, there are a few challenges that you do need to consider with this technology. So one of them would be the reduced human interaction. So that's going to be when people are going to rely more on AI for their social connection. So with this, there's going to be a risk of decreased face-to-face communication, which is going to lead to these users feeling more isolated. So another concern is the risk of forming attachments to AI as well. So the users might develop emotional bonds with these AI systems, which is going to lead to dependency and strain on their real life relationships. And then lastly, there's going to be your ethical concerns that surround data use and your manipulation. So AI interactions usually require a lot of user data that's going to raise questions about consent, privacy, and how this information might be used. So yes, AI is going to offer a lot of exciting opportunities, but it's really important to be super mindful of these potential downsides, and you'll need to work towards a better and more balanced approach.
You're on mute, Angela. Angela, you're on mute.
Oh, I was on mute still, sorry. Now we are going to talk about the cultural and economic impacts of this technology. And just a heads up, if there's any weird screaming in the background, I do have a child actually playing a video game in his room right now. So the cultural impacts of this technology, there are actually quite a few. It's actually it shifts our social norms. The rise in this technology has the rise of agentic AI influences how individuals interact, how we are able to communicate, um, how we're able to communicate, and it also changes the expectation in social relationships. It promotes global connectivity. AI technology fosters cross-cultural interactions, enabling users from diverse backgrounds to connect with each other and to have shared experiences with each other. Um, and it enhances cultural awareness through these connections. It also helps form our online identities. AI enhances and influences how individuals present themselves on these platforms and affects personal and social identities because of this. The economic impacts of this technology are it can help with job creation due to the development of these industries and the way they lead to new job opportunities requiring skilled professionals to design, implement, and maintain these technologies. It can reduce cost to companies because it can automate some more menial tasks to be done through AI, which streamlines them and um, opens employees up to do more meaningful tasks, and it can cause some market disruption, though traditional businesses may face challenges due to the way this technology disrupts established market dynamics, and it makes necessary for these businesses to adopt and innovate as a means to stay relevant with these technologies. And then next, we're going to be talking about future of the technology.
Alrighty, y'all. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the future of the technology. So today I'd like to share some exciting advancements in AI that are shaping our future. We anticipate significant improvements in AI's emotional intelligence and contextual understanding, enabling technology to engage with us in more relatable and effective ways. Imagine AI that truly understands how you feel and tailors its response accordingly. Moreover, AI that truly understands AI is becoming more integrated into our daily lives, enhancing convenience through smart devices, virtual assistants, and personalized applications. This technology promises to streamline our routines and create a more user-friendly experience. However, as we embrace these advancements, we must also navigate the potential challenges they bring. It's crucial to balance rapid innovation with ethical considerations to ensure responsible AI usage. We need to address privacy, data security, and the risk of bias as these technologies evolve. While the future of AI holds incredible promise, it's essential that we advance thoughtfully and responsibly.
So now we're going to talk about the usage and proficiency as well as demonstrations utilizing Agentic AI for the production as well as the promotion of the Outdoor Recreation Center. As we go to this next slide, you're going to see an amazing video presented by my team, and I highly encourage you guys to go check this out. However, because of the length of this video, we're not going to play this during our presentation. However, I will show you a quick summarization of what's in it. Here are the key points. Number one, it talks about what Agentic AI is. Number two, it emphasizes the fact that Agentic AI is actually like a human brain. It can react to simulation, it can react to environments, and it can predict the future based off of prior data. Most importantly, though, it can be used in promoting other things like outdoor recreation because it can make demos and virtual reality experiences, which we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Now, James, you might be thinking, how on earth am I going to use a video game to get students to come outdoors? We thought the same. It definitely took some out of the box thinking, and we believe we came up with the perfect solution.
Thank you, Kirsten. So yes, I absolutely agree, and we all do. We believe these are those 5 ways that Tarleton Recreation Center Outdoor Pursuits team can utilize our technology, AI Agentic, to boost registration numbers. First, you can do virtual adventure / simulation experiences. The Tarleton Rec Center can host a launch event party for the camping experience by utilizing Agentic AI. This can include activities such as hiking, canoeing, rock climbing, and more. It allows students to discover and explore the trips for themselves. Second, providing in-game rewards and achievements. Players who attend the launch party and interact with the gaming platform, they can meet their goals or complete levels to unlock special prizes and real-life perks, such as discounts for camping gear. Next, Tarleton Rec Center can also utilize social media sites and platforms. Agentic AI can be used to capture and showcase the camping experience. From there, you can use pictures and videos from the experience to post on your TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook accounts. Also, you can utilize the feedback loop. So Agentic AI includes data features that can track each player's individual in-game behaviors and determine the percentage of real-life actions too. And then lastly, you can use Agentic AI to test the game first. By letting the technology's agents test and run the camping simulation, the program can catch and fix any mistakes, bugs, and mishaps that occur during the actual gaming experience before potential students sign up to do the trip.
So this is kind of what we had in mind. It's a virtual reality goggles headset, and that person is kind of doing a simulation of what it would be like to ride a bike on some trails with his other Tarleton buddies.
Yes, so James, as you look at this page, you'll see 3 key Instagram pictures we've chosen to emphasize the visual focus we want for Tarleton Outdoor Pursuits. Our goal is to move away from overly informational graphics and towards a more immersive, experience-driven feel. We want people who visit our page to get a sense of what Outdoor Pursuits is truly about through these visual moments. Instead of just flyers and announcements, we're focusing on highlighting actual events and social engagements. These images of friends hanging out and enjoying the outdoor activities capture the excitement and camaraderie of what we offer. It's a lot like what you'd see in video games using Agentic AI. It's not just about information, it's about creating an environment where viewers feel like they're part of the action.
All right, Mr. James, this is where it gets really exciting. We're going to actually talk about a couple of ways we can use Agentic AI to improve the relationships that you have with the outdoor recreation group. So number one, we can use chatbots to actually inform people about how to go outside. So for example, you can use a chatbot to say, hey, what should I bring on my next camping trip? Number two, you can utilize it to data information from polls on Instagram stories. I highly encourage you on any Instagram story you use with the Outdoor Recreation Center, use the data you get from those polls. Like, hey, have you been outside? You like hiking? You like skiing? Have you ever been before? Let Agentic AI process that data and understand what your ideal customer actually wants to do, which of course is people who have not been outside so much before. Number three is it's going to improve engagement. You can use chatbots that are actually going to be tailored to the Outdoor Recreation Center. So for example, we can name this Purple Poo in a Canoe, if you would, right? This is going to be a personalized chatbot just for the Tarleton Recreation Center that can be used to answer any questions that someone might have. Like, hey, how do I get signed up? How do I go to this event? How do I get more information? The chatbot can give information to that person instantly without having to wait for someone else to respond. Number four, it provides positive incentives. So we could also include, hey, if you come to this experience, you can get a free Yeti mug. And finally, it's going to add connection. Like we talked about earlier, using Agentic AI, you can actually simulate real life experiences, like what it's like to ski, what's like to snowboard, what's like to go on a rock climbing expedition, or just go hiking. You can make a virtual reality experience of that so you can actually see what it feels like. And then we're going to talk about the 5 best practices for Agentic AI that your group can offer in the recreation center and outdoor pursuits. Number one, it's going to enhance your customer engagement. By having a chatbot that can automatically respond to any question that someone might have, you can improve your engagement and show that you really care about getting the information they need immediately. Number two, it's going to allow for online simulated experiences. Just like we talked about, we can create virtual reality experiences for people so they can actually see what it's going to feel like. Because personally, I believe the reason people don't go outside and enjoy the outdoors is because they don't know what they're getting into, and they may be a little bit fearful what they're going to experience. Number three, this is highly important. We can actually get data-driven feedback. We can go through the forums. We can go through the social media. We can go through the reports and see what people are actually thinking and how to tailor it to them more specifically in the future. Now, of course, Agentic AI is utilized in video games as well as in outdoor pursuits. It is very personalized and very customizable. Now, finally, this is something that would be very helpful for you guys. It's going to streamline the registration process. You can automate all forms, all questionnaires, all information packets. It can be sent to students immediately without having a team sending it out individually, sending you guys tons and tons of dollars as well as hours. So with that being said, I'll pass on my next teammate, and thank you for listening today.
I'm so sorry, y'all. My bad. That was so on me. I don't know if it's updated on my screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was on the wrong side here. Apologize. Okay, so sorry, I'm getting a little confused here. I'm so sorry.
We can. Okay. So the AI communication plan, outline plan. So for February, March, and April, February, we're going to create a content calendar, and we're going to create social media graphics and videos and push Instagram polls to ask what days are most suitable for the events. That way we can get the most attendance. We're going to post flyers across campus with a QR code to sign up. And then we're going to create social media graphics, and then we're going to boost posts. And then March, we'll host the actual virtual event party, aka the Agentic AI simulation. And then we're going to invite all of the Tarleton students to the simulation at the Tarleton Virtual Reality Room at the campus on the preferred poll day. And then we're going to incentivize students to participate and join camping trips by offering them discounts and tickets and extra perks and raffle items. We'd also like to reach out to nearby sports recreational stores to sponsor giveaways or food for the event. And then at the event, we'd also like to offer some outdoor games and demonstrations like how to build fires, how to forage, how to rock climb, fun things like that. And then in April, when the actual event, when the actual trips happen, we'd like to share content of the trip experience through socials. So tagging students who joined and participated, utilizing the poll feature on Instagram as like a rate your experience insights, and then have students conduct Instagram story takeovers of the outdoor Tarleton pursuits and make use of the questions tab on Instagram. And students will be ambassadors, so they'll have their own personal discount codes for friends. So basically, like while they're on the trips, they'll be like, hey, use my discount code and get 10% off on, the Goose Island State Park. And then they can also interact in like a kind of Bandersnatch type game on
And
similar
Ruth,
to.
your time is done.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are going to transition to our guest. And so if you don't mind introducing yourself, and then also if you can ask any questions to the group.
Yeah, so hello everyone. My name is James Bessler. I am the Assistant Director for the Outdoor Pursuits program as well as marketing for campus recreation on the Stephenville campus. I have the best job in the world. I get to take students out on really fun trips, and I get to post about it on Instagram, is how I describe it. I'm also a proud graduate of Tarleton, both an undergrad in communications as well as the same master's program that you guys are coming to the end of currently. So as far as my questions go, so Agentic seems like a very game related technology. Why would I want to use that over something like, let's say, Chat GPT, or something that from the outside looking in is more social media based and not so much game based?
So I can take, sorry about that. I can take that question, James. I didn't really get to cover it too much in my points because we're running low on time. But one thing that makes Agentic AI an amazing alternative to ChatGPT is because it offers virtual reality, right? So you can actually experience what it's going to be like. Personally, I think from my own, research in outdoor education, the reason that a lot of people don't get into this, like skiing outside, fun, outdoor stuff, is because they don't know what they're getting into. If you can create a virtual reality experience, they can actually experience from their home, from their couch, they can see what they're going to get into. They can know exactly like, hey, this is something for me, or no way, this is not something for me. It can give them positive feedback on if this is something they want to get into. So I think that's a big point that Agentic AI can bring to the table that ChatGPT cannot do yet.
Okay, thank you for that solid answer. My next thing goes kind of into the VR aspect of Agentic. What are the limitations of focusing on the VR aspects? Are there going to be limitations when we talk about y'all's proposal of how much is it going to be to get VR capable techology for me to use for an event like that? And how likely is it that our audience is going to have that at home to experience that on their own?
I can take that. So, I think obviously when we created this proposal, we didn't initially, I don't think we had Outdoor Pursuit Center in mind. And so when we did find out that we were going to have to create a proposal, we did have to pivot this way quite a bit. But I think that with that said, that like I think even if you didn't use Agentic AI itself, because obviously that is for like, specific like gameplay, sticking a GoPro, on your head and being able to, like do these like activities and sharing them, whether that be via YouTube or Instagram stories or Instagram videos, reels, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and then also sharing them. I think I think it was Veronica that mentioned that Tarleton actually has a virtual reality room. So that could be an option as whether it be using their equipment or renting it out. So I have no idea how that works because I haven't been. And I'm not sure what how that would work in terms of like the cost associated with that. But I feel like there are many alternatives that are possible when it comes to being able to still get that simulation virtual reality aspect without actually having to put those goggles on.
I also want to add to that, if I may.
Mhm.
So not only through, fundraising is ways that we could, get in these VR sets, but again, just like she was mentioning, there is like a gaming area on Tarleton that maybe we could partner with and maybe kind of put a spotlight on both of us teaming up to get more audience on both ends. And if we were to partner with them and use those VR sets from them, I don't think that the students themselves and the audience have to have their own personal VR set. Of course, if they do, they can have that option of using it from home. But I think we would love to have them invite them in. And, if they go and use it 10 times, win that Yeti Cup, win a free tent, something that brings them to us to use that VR set in-house, not only just bringing them to the outdoor pursuits, but just to learn about it in person and use the equipment in person, kind of like that.
Okay, cool. Thank y'all for that. Um, I guess my last question is how or is there any research, and it may have been somewhere in y'all's presentation. If it is, I apologize for bringing this up then. But is there any research that says that using the VR aspect would increase participation in a real life event?
So I know kind of back to when I mentioned about the Angelina program, I'm not 100% sure. I definitely need to go back and check if it was a virtual reality type of setup. Um, but I know they said it was simulated to, again, using this agentic artificial intelligence technology. I feel that it does show that it is working, according to those game entries that they had. So I feel like there is definitely some more study that, again, we could do on that to make sure that if virtual reality is proving to work on these kind of campaigns here. So again, I'm not for sure if Angelina was like that, but that kind of stuck out to me, how we put
Mhm.
in our paper too to help with that.
Adding on to what Bethany was saying, when we think of like different sports, like baseball, softball, golf, we think of the different virtual realities are not just necessarily the goggles, but take golf for example. You can have a screen and you can have a thing, and they act like they swing it, and you can see how far the golf ball will go. And the same thing with baseball and softball. And so that could be also another way of, having a screen put up of driving or bicycling down a cliff or whatever that might look like. But yeah.
I also think that I don't know if there's really many studies on it just proving it, but I think that this is all trial and error. And I think that the target outdoor pursuit misses is those who want to be at home playing the video games. I mean, of course, at outdoor pursuits, you're bringing in the ones who are outdoorsy and adventurous, but you're missing a whole target audience of people who would rather be playing video games. And this is a way to also hit that audience as well and combine both of them.
And I do want to mention too, when I was in college, I did a geology trip that was like a 2 hour thing. And we all specifically waited until we were 21 because we knew that when we went to Fredericksburg, we could all drink and together. And so that was the fun part, was because that all of our friends that went before us, they were posting their pictures and their videos, and it wasn't virtual reality, but they were using social media, sharing how much fun they were having, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to do that. So like a group of us took that class for the same weekend, and basically that what we saw and the friendships made and how much fun they had and where they went all basically impacted our decision to make us go on that trip.
Okay, awesome. I think that is all of the questions I have. So thank y'all so much. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Edwards.
All
Thank you.
right, I'm excited. I wrote a comment in the chat, and I'm not picking on you, Tanner. I'm really not. But I wanted to ask you guys a few questions. So I'll start with a slow pitch, maybe. What did you not like about your presentation?
Like our
What do you think?
slides are talking points, if I may ask to be more specific.
Your talking points?
I was saying our slides or our talking points.
Oh, got it. Got it. Thank you.
Which one of those were you asking about?
Both.
Oh, both. I'll say, speaking from my end, I love our presentation. I feel like our presentation really captures, just with the examples and the visuals of kind of the VR set, things like that. It really brings in the AI aspect. I believe with our talking points, of course, as we saw, we could have shortened and condensed some things, but we were really enthusiastic and excited about our idea, and we just kind of did word vomit all of that out. So apologies for that. But I think that'd kind of be the only change about our presentation.
Yeah, I want to add to that too. We talked so much about virtual reality that we could maybe even do like the voiceovers over those videos where we talked so much about that and how cool that would be to implement that into the outdoor recreation, where we could have, I guess, explained more over those videos.
Yeah, and then there were so many good ways, I think, as far as hold on, I'm gonna look at it, proposal efficiency, that we could have proved to you, that we could have actually tracked, how we would have been able to see like what the things that we would have done, what if they would have been able to work or not. And so we had those ready to present to you, obviously the time. So had we maybe shortened it or maybe like put it in the beginning, but again, we kind of went based on the format that we were like given. So I don't.
Did anyone else have anything?
No, I
Okay,
agree
so
with all my
go
teammates.
ahead. Oh,
I just say I agree.
okay. So one thing that I also wanted to point out is, so I know that you had a prescription and your prescription said, hey, with the slides, this needs to be this many slides and that needs to be that many slides. You didn't have to put as much stuff on the slides. And so I was watching, you guys did a great job of not reading the slides. And so you touched on the high points. I loved that. And thank you so much. It makes my professor heart happy. So thank you for doing that. But you don't have to put like as much on the slide because you know your stuff, you know? And so maybe like a sentence instead of like 4 or 3, and then like you put the quote. I love that you guys actually put the citations and it doesn't seem like you wrote everything in there because you did citations. You didn't do the research, that the people that you quoted did. So you properly gave them their attribution. So I wanted you to know, 2 thumbs up for that. Okay. Also, I wanted to ask you guys a very interesting question. So when I saw Tanner today, I looked up and I was right outside of the esports lab. How could you guys integrate the esports lab into your approach?
I believe that is what I was mentioning whenever Kirsten said the virtual reality room that we have at Tarleton. We didn't know what it was called, but I was thinking of the esports lab is what I was trying to refer to back to that because that's what I came across the other day, and I saw that they had all this cool equipment and I saw it was packed. But that is what we were referring to earlier. I think we could really partner with them and combine forces with them and bring in our audience greater. But sorry for not having the name on that correct, but that is what we were talking about.
That's okay, because I was
Especially
for a virtual reality lab. I'm like, where is it? I need to find it. I was like, is it in fine arts? I mean, I was confused. So thank you but I think we do have a virtual reality lab in fine arts. So I'll let you guys know.
if you haven't had a chance to check out the gaming room, you should swing by and look at it. It's very unique. It's very cool.
Nice. And I
Yeah.
will tell you, and I know my colleague over there who graduated from Stephen F. Austin, esports is a huge thing right now. And I hate that you can't see in the esports room at Tarleton like you can at SFA. I go to SFA fairly often. And so you can see inside their esports room, they have the colors, they have the monitors, they have everything. Even when people aren't in there, you can see like the games playing in the background. And so they compete. Like these are actual like sports teams and they compete, like different colleges compete against one another. And I think that that could be a selling point for your outreach. I mean, I'm just saying that that would be a really cool way of potentially integrating that.
Like a fun, modern Wii Sports way, combined with outdoors and our e-lounge room.
Absolutely. And some people are more comfortable doing new experiences such as the outdoor activities with people that they're already friends with. So that could definitely be a selling point as well and get them all comfortable and kind of acclimated to the new experience with the game room together so they're more comfortable when they do it in person.
And yeah, I was just going to add to Angela's point that it combines basically like three audiences in this way. So you have your Tarleton Rec Center people like going out there and promoting it. You're partnering with the I lost my train of thought. Sorry, y'all. Basically, everybody's going there, Tarleton students in general, and people who are into these games, people who want to go out and hike, and esports lab, just bringing in everybody into one spot. So that provides more engagement too.
Nice. I also wanted to ask Mr. Bessler, in the past, Rec Sports has done like basically a fair, like to showcase what it has. So like outdoor pursuits, and then like the pool, and then different workout facilities and the classes. Do you guys still do that?
Yeah, so it's called Rec Fest. At the moment, it is something we do during Tea Week for all of the incoming freshmen. It's not something we market super hard to our upperclassmen. Our assumption is that they've already gone through that experience and kind of found their recreation niche. Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking is if you have a intern or two, I'm going to ask the group to brainstorm a way that they could use maybe a VR headset to demonstrate at a tabling event what that might look like for people who have never camped before. Or I travel with students who have never picked up a hammer to do like, you know, a activity. And so how would you guys sell that to students through VR headsets and at a tabling event, maybe outside the student center?
I think that personally, so if we had two interns there, maybe James, if you had sent those off, one to go do kayaking and with, the GoPro filming that, and another one over there rock climbing. And when the students came to the Rec Fest, came to that tabling, put on those VR sets, they have different options, complete different terrains to choose from, to get an idea of, an activity that you would be doing. So, putting on one and looking like you're going through the water, kind of get that adrenaline and that excitement going. Or the rock climbing, looking down. It's a bit intense, it's a bit fearful, but it gets them excited for what trip they could be taking.
You could always also
On
kind of
to
use
add
in
on
the
to
example.
Veronica's point, it would also be a way for them to perhaps figure out what activity they might like to try because it would give them an opportunity to try out different ones virtually.
So when Veronica was talking about like kayaking, if you have somebody that took a video of kayaking, whatever, you at the tabling event, actually bring a kayak and have the oars and let the students sit down, put the things on, and then act like they're oaring, and then they can look around and see what they saw when the person was actually at the lake or the ocean or wherever they may be. And you could do the same thing with like starting a fire, putting up a tent, and different things like that. Actually have the physical things there, and then the environment and everything else behind them will just be the things that is the virtual reality.
I think too, if we wanted to give them a 4D experience, we can even bring out a fan and a spray water bottle to really make it feel
Or like
like
a kiddie pool, and just like put water in there and stuff. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say it's like easy, but like I feel like with the amount of technology there is out there, like, with Facebook, have you seen those pictures where you take a picture and then like if you post it and you like move around, like the picture moves with you and you can see it from different angles? I mean, almost it's like similar, but like in video form. So like I would almost assume that that's not something like that wouldn't be difficult to find, like just like, an outdoors one online for free, and like honestly, there are so many virtual reality goggles like on Amazon that you can find for like $20. They're not like the best, but I mean, some of them will do for, the time being and stuff. Even like I've seen people make their own virtual reality goggles, but I mean, it I think it's definitely possible.
All right, guys, great comments and great responses to the questions. Okay, so I have some announcements, and then I have some parting words, and then I have next steps. So announcements are mini commercial, well, and I'm looking at Angela over there. So Texas Health Resources reached out, and this is for everybody, but Texas Health Resources, a hospital that is a hospital, I guess, nonprofit that is in 9 different counties, city and also rural, reached out, and they want to have a communication studies master student to be an intern for them for the spring semester. It's a great opportunity. The bad thing is it's not paid, but I'm working on that. So I will send out a job description tomorrow. They actually want to interview folks on next Thursday or Friday. And so if there's something that you're interested in, please let me know after I send the job description to you guys. I just think it's a really cool opportunity, and you'll get to work with the folks who are boots on the ground. It's a virtual internship, and so you will only be requested to attend 1 meeting per month, and that can be virtual or in person. So they're relatively flexible about that. So I wanted to put that out there. And then also some parting words. Please join me in thanking Mr. Bessler for spending his afternoon with us. Thank you so much. I know it's not almost 9 o'clock, but I just wanted to tell him, and also you guys, thank you guys for bearing with the process and for pitching to the client. So, and also that incorporates the parting words. So he will not only receive your paper, but in its finished version, but also he will receive your video and the YouTube video and things to reference as he builds out his communication plan and outreach for the spring semester. So I'm super excited that you guys get to help and see what your plan looks like in action. So I'm excited about that. And I will send out group evaluations. Probably tomorrow. Is late. So probably tomorrow. And if y'all have any questions for me in the meantime, just let me know. And that's it. All right. Have a great evening, not afternoon, evening. Bye, y'all.
I'm
And Mr. Bessler, can you stay on for just 1 second?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.